نحمده ونصلي على رسول الكريم وعلى أصحابه أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Today we're discussing a little bit of a fiqh lesson. You know, for example, when we recite the Tahiyat, when do we stick out our finger? In the Hanafi school of thought, they said you raise your finger by Ashhadu an la ilaha Ashhadu an la ilaha. And when you're saying illallah, then you should be lowering it. So when you say la ilaha, you take out your finger, but when you say illallah, you lower your finger. This is the Hanafi school of thought. The Shafi'i says, when you say ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, then you take out your finger. Alright? Give you different schools of thought. The Maliki says, when you say ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, then you move your finger left and right. I'm sure you must have seen some people do this as well. If I have a guy next to me like this, what's going on? You know? But this is the Maliki school of thought, right? One of the great jurists of Saudi, they say there's no basis for any of this. The closest view is the Hanbali school of thought. You raise your finger when saying the name of Allah, and that's it. End of the story, end of the line. So that makes sense. Because if you move your finger like this, and the person is reciting, you're disturbing the person. Right? You know, I always talk about this. Those people, when the Imam says, Sami Allahu liman hamida, I went to one mosque, I was Imam. He says, Sami Allahu liman hamida, and somebody at the back said, Rabbana wa lakal hamd. You keep it soft. Don't come and show your things over there. And when you recite your Fatiha, I don't want to hear you. Or the person next to you. You're confusing the person. Can Allah talk, man? Please. It's like a habit, you see. Ashhadu. Allahumma salli. Please. Keep it down. Okay? The other thing is, the aspect of it is, when you stand in your salah, you know, you hear, stand straight, shoulder to shoulder, right? You find some people, some custom, in the African continent, they will stand with their feet wide apart. Like his feet is touching the person's other feet. I'm sure you've seen this, right? For example, then you can say, yes, but the hadith says you must stand shoulder to shoulder and you must stand feet to feet. But the hadith also says you must stand neck to neck. So it doesn't mean you must put your neck next to the person. You will have to understand the hikmah and the wisdom of it. The idea is to stand shoulder to shoulder, right? Why? So that, so you stand shoulder to shoulder, so you will have continuity, right? Shoulder to shoulder. If you can stand feet apart like that, put your feet apart, then the next person's feet will be right over there. So where's the shoulder now? There's no shoulder. I'm showing you practically now what the reality is. So the idea is shaitan mustn't come and stand here. So your feet apart must be four, right? And the other aspect is, when you stand in the line, you must stand with your heels on the line, not your toes on the line. Because I got a big foot, size 14. Can you imagine? You put your foot here by the line there, right? You got it? And now you see now where I stand. I'm standing behind him because my feet are bigger than his. Can you see? I'm not even in line with his shoulder. So if you stand heel on the line, stand your heel on the line there. Put your heel on the line. There we are. See, now we're together. Can you see the hikmah? So this is simple, basic things. You might think it's, thank you. You might think it's unimportant, but be very careful. Sometimes we've picked up habits over the years, right? And then you disturb the person next to you. May Allah protect us, Ya Arhamar Rahimin. This is all because the idea is to stand straight, and the idea is not to put shaitan in between you. And this is the important thing. Unity. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala ashrafil mursaleen. سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم اشف مرضانا وارحم موتانا يا مولانا يا أرحم الراحمين. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.